Oh, hello there. I've got a little power outage here right now, so I thought I'd just do a quick little video showing you my old Game Boy Advanced Fire Pro Wrestling 2 game. It's the second one that was on the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance was my kind of introduction to Fire Pro, and then having it in a portable state was super awesome. We've got Sabu and Rob Van Dam going at it here on the screen right now. I just wanted to show you kind of the roster I built with the created wrestler option, just to kind of time capsule this game here. And looks like Sabu won with a big old kick. Pretty cool. With the normal pin. Impressive. Oh, there's a rating. This was fun. What? It was a better match than that. Come on. Alright, so you could make your own wrestlers in this. So it's kind of funny that I have, WWE. Of course, that's what I was watching. So we have the Raw roster, Triple H. He actually has a star there. That means I used him in one of the story modes or something like that. Got a little bonus on him. Shawn Michaels, so this is like DX time, DX reunion time, so they have green attires. So John Cena still has the FU as a finish. There's Carlito with a finisher of the Cena Pawn DDT. So again, I'm just showing this just to kind of date the time period I had this. So I had Chris Masters, Randy Orton, Edge, Ric Flair, the world's largest love machine, Viscera. Great Khali, his nickname is Gail. Apparently his finisher did not have a name yet. So. Umaga, Super Crazy, Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin, Rob Conway, looks just like him. Landscape, all these I would have had to make myself, so unless there's a few websites where you could kind of get an edit formula, you just had it typed out, follow it. Trevor Murdoch, Eugene, Val Venus, apparently one of his comebacks there. Jeff Hardy, one of his comebacks. The Baby Killer, Gene Snitsky. Wow. Jonathan Coachman apparently was worth an edit spot. That seems like a waste. Highlanders, so there's Rory and Robbie. Another wasted spot. Kenny Dykstra and Johnny Nitro, which is kind of weird on Raw. But SmackDown, we got Batista, The Undertaker, Kane without the mask. Chris Benoit. King Booker. MVP, who's back in WWE at this time, so crazy. Mr. Kennedy, Kennedy. Boogeyman, Simon Dean, great stance there. It's like the woman stance that was only in this game, I think. Wish they had that in the new one, Fire Pro Wrestling World. John Bradshaw Layfield, Paul London, and Brian Kendrick. I love this game. I'd always watch Velocity. And then I would make a lot of the people on there, so I had Spanky debuting there. He came in and had all those masks, and he was just always named after the local sports team, and it's kind of a cool little sitting there watching Velocity and editing Fire Pro on my Game Boy Advance. Chavo Guerrero, Finley, Dave Taylor, who's happened to be there at the time, William Regal, Sylvan, Big Vito, wow, Scotty Too Hottie, which it says he has the worm, but I know the worm is not in this game, he just has a chop, so he had to do a lot of substituting then. Jamie Noble, Matt Hardy, Tatanka when he came back, figure that out. Joey Mercury's over here instead of with Nitro, I guess they got split a draft. So then this was the time they had ECW as a third brand. So we had Rob Van Dam, Big Show, of course, because they were putting people over there. Bobby Lashley debuting over there. Daivari. Rene Dupree was on ECW? Don't remember that. Little Guido, Steven Richards, of course. Matt Striker. CM Punk debuting there. Sandman, Hardcore Holly, and Sabu. What do we got here? I just have some in-game wrestlers I've renamed like a goof because I was a kid when I had this. So looks like inactive Rey Mysterio must have been injured or away or something, and Mark Henry also, and Chris Jericho. Paul Burchill, probably I put a lot of work into the edit and he got fired or something and I didn't want to delete him. And Kurt Angle, which another star there. That means I must have used him in one of the modes. Here's where I was kind of starting to get into the Japanese wrestlers that were already in the game. So I had a Kaientai little block so I could have Taka Michinoku and his Kaientai stable, Dick Togo, Funaki, Men's Teo. So they all had moves in the game, so... Here's some special characters. Ultimo Dragon. There's me. My edit, obviously with a lot more stars from using it in the modes. The Rock, Stone Cold, Diamond Dallas Page, Muhammad Hassan, probably I put a lot of work into his edit and didn't want to delete. So I just threw him in the special group there. Here's where I started to salvage the Japanese roster of the game, I guess. So I had Muda, and then here's some of the, looks like I didn't put in the time to rename them, but I kept them in case I wanted to play as them, so that's just Muto, which is Muda without the paint, just as himself more. Misawa, the wrong name. Hayabusa I renamed there. Tiger Mask. Liger, spelled completely wrong, or maybe he spelled that somewhere else. Great Sasuke. Super Dolphin, Tiger Mask again, which I think this is the... No, it's Tiger Mask. Huh. Anyway. Tokyo Magnum, that was always mysteriously big in these Fire Pro games for some reason. Dragon Kid, Curry Man. Here's some of the American wrestlers that they kind of put in and kind of rename. Hogan, Andre. That's the in-game version of Stone Cold. I had the edit version because I don't think you could recolor them, so I didn't want him in the white tights. Goldberg stuck in blue. He had a different name. And Sting with the wrong color. All these have like wrong colors. Kevin Nash would be wearing red. But there's only so many edit spots that I could edit their moves and attire, so I just kind of had to salvage what the game gave you to extend my roster. So I had Scott Hall, Ultimate Warrior, Vader, which looked pretty normal there. Of course, that might actually be an edit. Not sure. Funk Terry. Whoops, Terry Funk. Duel of the Butcher, Bam Bam Bigelow, Brock Lesnar, who's all colored crazy, China, Mike Awesome, Giant Angry, which I believe is Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley, tag team, Giant Kamala, looked pretty good in this, kept him, Silva was there, Snuka's there, Dusty Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, Bob Akin, Dynamite Kid. I always liked the Gracies in the Fire Pro game because they were so tough. They were like some of the hardest to beat characters, Rickson and Royce Gracie. It's like MMA fighters. I used him in probably the gruesome mode. Had an easy time winning probably. The Patriot, Wagner, Lucha Libre stuff. I don't think that's the right wrestler, but I always wanted to have Rip Rogers in my games. Kind of had a loose connection. I won't get into it. Anyway, that's not really Rip Rogers, but that's what I used to beat up on him. Chuck Norris is in this game. Well, alright. And Rocky Balboa. And a bear! Help. So that's just my little roster there of what I was carrying. The portability of this was amazing, that I could go somewhere, have my Game Boy in my pocket, and have the WB roster just right there in my pocket. I could simulate matches, play matches. Fun stuff. And that helped me get used to playing it. I remember buying the first game, Fire Pro Wrestling for Game Boy Advance, and was very frustrated trying to play it, and I just couldn't do anything, and I end up just kind of tossing to the side, going, I'll never learn this, this is terrible. And but then I end up giving it more tries there, and really became a fan of playing and making the wrestlers, and I continued on to the other games with, of course, Fire Pro R on PlayStation 2. I bought a PlayStation for that game, so I still just have a PlayStation 2, and then that game is my only PlayStation game. Worth it for the purchase, for sure. I played Fire Pro R like crazy, and then of course now I play Fire Pro Wrestling World on Steam, and everybody should check it out. And the power's still out here, but this was a fun distraction as Cena destroys Triple H for some reason. Well, mostly because I'm playing as him, and I'm busy talking right now, and I'm just gonna pedigree him. Okay, that's a neck breaker. The big knee. And okay, I am getting beat. He's gonna beat me. Oh, yeah, Cena with the classic elbows. I'm just gonna lay down. I'm laying down. Just pin me, man. Just pin me. Just pin me. It's fine. You win. The champ is here. Ow. Rarg. Alright, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed, and Fire Pro Wrestling World on Steam and PlayStation 4. Buy it today, and buy all the DLC, and like, comment, subscribe, etc. Bye. Am I gonna win while I'm not even... Okay, no. Sure love that side slam.